Hello and welcome to Non-Stop Wrestling Chat. My name is Barry and this is me here on a Tuesday with your Raw review. Yeah guys, at the end of the review we've got a channel update, so stay till then. Drop a like and a subscribe. All your support is much appreciated and we're just going to get right into this. It was terrible, guys, so I'm not even going to lie. So it kicked off with a double contract signing for some reason. It's not a tag match, but if we had Ahsoka and Sasha and Drew and Ziggler. Yes, I made a poll up for you guys. Words were spoken, scuffles happened. This was shit and so was most of the show. That's pretty much the best thing you're going to get. It was terrible, guys. I don't know why they were doing a double contract signing, why they didn't space it out throughout the night, why... Yeah, it was fucking terrible. I was trying not to swear, and there we go. Then we had Big Show, he was talking. At this point I just started playing some Fire Pro Wrestling. I downloaded it recently, and I've just been putting bottom through it. Really was not interested in this part of the show. It was really boring. When I looked back up, there was a match. So we had Viking Raiders versus Graza and Andre. I know I can't say those names. This was shit, guys. There was nothing in this match there was no need for it to be here. It kind of hurt the Viking Raiders somehow. And yeah, it was pretty useless for it to be here. I gave this 2 stars. It was on for just over 11 minutes. And yeah, it was terrible. There was no need for it to be there. After that, we had the 24/7 Championship, which was R-Truth versus Towanza. I think that's right. R-Truth picked up the win here. Yeah, R-Truth I like R-Truth. Yeah, but this 24/7 Championship is shit. It's an ugly belt. It's a silly idea. I just like that R-Truth has like his comic segments and stuff with it. I gave this 1 star because the match was terrible. So after the match, there was a surprise ninja tries to roll up Truth. He gets a 2. One ninja comes in and tries to attack, but Truth leaves the ring and runs through the crowd. Why the F? I wrote the whole word down here. Why the F? In 2020 are ninjas a thing in WWE? Why have we got ninjas? We don't need ninjas. Every time I see this, I think it's early 1990s WWE. No, the good early 1990s. The terrible part that nobody liked. The bit when they had the rooster that everybody takes the piss out of. And the comical characters. The bin man, the hockey man, the barbarian. The terrible characters that happened within that time. The dentist, Isaac Yankem. Why do we have ninjas? It's 2020. Right, after that we had a match. Murphy and Seth Rollins versus Aleister Black and Calero. Rollins and Murphy picked up the win. See if I could have a big massive stamp and just stamp average on every single thing in this. Average, amateur, average, amateur. This is what this was. It was a 2-star match. It was terrible. Just over 10 minutes and it was a waste of time. At this point my brain was starting to go, okay, when's this finishing? We need to finish this up. Luckily I was still enjoying a little bit of Fire Pro when I was doing this. Then we had Peyton Royce against Ruby Riot. I got to hand it to Peyton. She showed extreme competence and some like good skill within the 3 minutes that she had. Shows that they kind of really worked on their stuff while they were away, but yeah, shit match. 1.5 stars. Again, terrible. Then we had Big Show against Andre and Graza. Why the hell are these guys in this show 2 nights for 2 matches? They're not that much of a great tag team to be on it twice. Big Show picked up the win. I'm cool to see Big Show versus Orton as like Orton's next victim. Try to bring back the Legend Killer thing. Guys, this was terrible. Total rating for this is just, why was it here? Match was just over 5 minutes, and it was 5 of the longest minutes that I've ever had in my fucking life. Then we had MVP versus Apollo Crews. Now at this point I was getting restless, and I was literally just going to turn it off and watch the highlights this morning, but I decided to stick to it. I'm not sure. MVP picked up the win here. I gave it 2 stars. It was just over 6 minutes. I'm no too fond of MVP picking up the win, but if it's part of like a bigger kind of storyline, which I think it is, I really think this is going to play out pretty well. But this is probably one of my most enjoyable parts of the night, only if it's part of a bigger storyline, but it's WWE, so who knows. The next match was Ricochet versus Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley picked up the win. 2 stars, just over 5 minutes. Sorry, just under 6 minutes, 5:55. Ricochet can take a good bump. That's all I really took from this match. Then we moved on to the main event of the night, Drew McIntyre and Ahsoka versus Banks and Ziggler. Sasha Banks picked up the win. Got me a little bit hyped for Ahsoka and Sasha. I'm excited to see Drew and Dolph anyway. 2 stars. It was there. I'm excited to see Ahsoka versus Sasha, to see if Sasha can pick up the win. I'm excited to see Drew versus Dolph, to see if Dolph picks up the win, or see like if Drew demolishes them, or what's going to happen. But it wasn't great. Overall, guys, the whole show, I'm just going to give 2 stars. I should have gave some of these matches worse ratings, but I think playing Fire Pro kind of gave me a better feel for the match. Tonight's episode of Raw came off incredibly filler, guys. Nothing to note happened. There was 2 questions. You didn't know it was already going to happen. You didn't need to see it in order after last week. Literally, that was the A and B of what this was. I didn't need to know half the stuff that happened tonight, and I didn't need to see it because I guessed it from last week. There is nothing that turns me on about Raw anymore, guys. During this, all I could think was that it's nearly over yet. The segments were pish. As you can see, I left out mostly all the segments. That's partly because it was that boring that if I had to listen to it again, I think I would stop watching wrestling. And also, I was playing a lot of Fire Pro, so I kind of just, when I seen it started to get bored, I went back to my match. Guys, this shit needs to change. I'm not saying I've got the answers to how this works or to what we can do, but there's a definitive area where you can see WWE change to what it is to this day. When CM Punk was around, here, I'm not a big CM Punk fan, but when he was there, that was the last great man that was in this business, that was in WWE. 100%. When he left, it went downhill from then. There's still some great matches here and there. And even bringing back CM Punk now within this silly, overly PG, social justice warrior sensitive world, I don't think it's going to work. Guys, wrestling was always balls to the wall. It was the circus. It was the push the envelope. F the world. Do what you want to do. It was a new world order. It was F this, F that, let's go for it. DX, suck it. But now you can't even say that anymore. Guys, wrestling was always the fringe of society, not mainstream. And when it became mainstream because it stuck the middle finger up to the person that was in charge and stuck everything to the wall, balls to the wall, and just went for it. I wish this wrestling would come back. and I'm tired of watching this terrible WWE show. Hell, my kids, they're 5 and 4 and they don't even want to watch this. They ask for WCW. The only reason I've got the WWE network is to watch the old WCW pay-per-views and shows, ECW, AEW. This can't continue, guys. Right up until about 2010, you can watch wrestling, and then it just dies off. There is other matches after that. 2016, there's a good couple of CM Punk matches, Randy Orton, John Cena. There is still things there to watch, but guys, this is literally terrible. There has not been a match of the year from WWE. I can't think. Last year there was none. This year, none so far. Edge and Orton. That's it, maybe. This has to change, guys. And I'm not even... The Undertaker stepping away. You can't even be upset with that happening. Because of how... I know obviously he's getting older and he's ready to retire, but how bad the show is. Anyway, guys, we're going to move on to something a little bit more interesting. So, I've got my phone here has got a better camera on it. I'm using this laptop, and this is a channel update, by the way. I spilled a little bit of coffee, and it's what's causing quite a lot of blur. So, I'm going to be on my other channel. I changed my phone, and I got quite a lot of good feedback from it. People saying that it looks a lot better, and I just need to get my mic to work with my phone. But yeah, a lot of people said it was a lot better, and that's what I'm going to be moving to next. So we're going to be updating the camera on here, and it's because of your continued support, guys. I'm able to start putting a little bit more time and a little bit more editing effort into this. No, it doesn't seem like it, but doing the research, staying up, watching this, writing the notes, it takes a lot of time. I'm going through the editing software just now on the PC, so I can get a little bit of a better quality show put out for you on a weekly basis. But yeah, also, if you could drop me a like and a subscribe here, go on to Instagram, go on to Twitter and follow me there as well. It means a ton, guys. It literally helps me hit my goals, it helps me get this channel growing, and helps me talk about something that I really love and make changes in wrestling. That's what I want to do, is make changes within the wrestling business, and I want you guys to help me do it. We're going to be getting a podcast started up in here as well. Anybody you'd like to see on it, put it in the descriptions, or if you would like to be on it, hit me up. And if you could also do me a favour and type in the High Grind in your search bar and go subscribe there. That's my other channel where it's a lot of podcasts, and I've also got a gaming channel there as well. Anyway, guys, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you here on Thursday for the Wednesday Night War review. See you later.